There is a moment in the quiet of the night when the world is still and the veil between the seen and the unseen becomes thin. At 3 a.m., when you find yourself awake, know that this is no accident. This is a sacred invitation, a calling from the divine to rise in stillness, to turn inward, to speak the words that shape your reality. For in this hour, creation listens. The universe bends to the power of your prayer, and the seed of breakthrough is sown. Close your eyes. Feel the presence of God surrounding you. Breathe in deeply, and as you exhale, let go of doubt, fear, and limitation. There is no separation between you and the infinite power that moves all things. You are not begging for change. You are aligning with it. You are not asking for help. You are stepping into the awareness that help is already here. This moment is where transformation begins. Say these words in faith. Father, I know that you have awakened me for a reason. I stand in your presence aware of the boundless love that flows through me. I declare that today is a day of miracles. I am not bound by yesterday's struggles, nor am I trapped in fear of tomorrow. I stand in the fullness of your grace, knowing that everything I seek is already mine. My heart is open, my spirit is ready, and my path is clear. I receive divine guidance, divine provision, and divine peace. I am free, I am whole, I am victorious. Sit in this knowing, feel it move through you, as though the very cells of your being are responding. Let the prayer become more than words, let it become a certainty. What you declare in this sacred moment takes root in the unseen and must appear in the seen. There is no force against you that can stand when you walk in this authority. Gratitude fills your heart, for you do not need to see evidence before you believe. You believe, and therefore it must be. You rise from this prayer not as one waiting for a breakthrough, but as one who already possesses it. The night may be dark, but the dawn is breaking, and as the sun rises, so does your new reality. In the stillness of the night, you are not alone. You are not just a mere observer of the world around you. You are a creator. The power to change, to transform, and to rise above any circumstance resides within you. When you wake up at 3 a.m., it is not just a random awakening. It is a divine invitation to shift your focus, to remember who you are, and to align yourself with the forces of creation. There is an energy at this hour that speaks directly to your soul, an energy that reminds you of your innate power to manifest, to bring into reality the desires of your heart. So when you find yourself awake in the middle of the night, do not fear the quiet, embrace it. This is not a time for restlessness or worry. This is the moment to pray, to speak with intent, to call forth the breakthrough you have been waiting for. You are not asking for permission. You are not begging. Instead, you are affirming what you know to be true. You are speaking into existence the reality that is already yours. You have been given this moment to speak with authority, to tap into the abundant energy that is available to you at this very hour. Close your eyes and begin to center your mind on the infinite possibilities before you. In this sacred space, time does not exist. The limitations you face in the physical world cannot hold you back here. As you breathe in deeply, allow the breath to fill you with peace, and as you exhale, release all that no longer serves you. Feel the tension leave your body. Feel the weight of yesterday's troubles lift from your shoulders. In this moment, you are free, free to be who you were always meant to be, free to step into the life that has been waiting for you. Now, as you settle into this stillness, speak these words aloud or in your heart, knowing that the universe is listening. I am one with the divine power that created me. I am one with the source of all life. I stand before you, Father, knowing that you have equipped me with everything I need to fulfill my purpose. I do not come to you with a spirit of lack, but with a heart full of gratitude. I know that my desires are already fulfilled in the unseen, and I trust that they will manifest in the perfect time. I declare that today is the day my breakthrough begins. I declare that I am worthy of all that you have for me. I declare that all things work together for my good. I declare that I am aligned with your divine will, and nothing can stand in my way. As you speak these words, feel the power behind them. These are not just empty affirmations, these are declarations of truth. The words you speak have the power to create. They carry the energy of life itself. As you declare your breakthrough, know that you are planting seeds that will soon sprout in your life. Trust that the divine order of the universe is already working on your behalf and that nothing will stop it from manifesting. Your breakthrough is inevitable. It is already done. Take a moment to sit with this truth. Let it fill your heart and mind. Know that you are not waiting for something outside of you to change. You are not waiting for permission to step into your greatness. You are the one who creates the change. You are the one who brings the breakthrough. It is not about hoping for something to happen. It is about knowing without a shadow of a doubt that it already is. In this quiet moment, feel the presence of God all around you. Know that you are never alone. In fact, you are always surrounded by the love and guidance of the divine. The same energy that created the stars, the planets, and the very breath in your lungs is within you. You have access to this limitless power at all times. You are a co-creator with the divine, and everything you desire is available to you when you step into this truth. As you continue to breathe deeply, feel the love of God surrounding you. Know that you are safe, you are protected, and you are supported. In this moment, nothing is impossible. There is no challenge too great, no obstacle too high. Your breakthrough is already here. It is already unfolding. Trust in this process. Trust that everything you need is coming to you, and it will come in the perfect time. You do not need to rush, and you do not need to worry. Everything is happening exactly as it should. Now, as you sit in this space of trust and peace, let go of any fear or doubt that may be lingering in your heart. Fear has no power here. Doubt has no place in this sacred moment. Release them both and know that the divine is in control. The universe is responding to your faith, to your belief in what is already yours. You are not waiting for something to come to you. You are simply stepping into the reality that it already has. Feel the weight of doubt lift off your shoulders as you surrender to the flow of divine timing. Everything is happening in perfect order. The seeds of your breakthrough are already planted, and the soil is rich. The rain will fall, the sun will shine, and your desires will grow. There is nothing that can stop this process from unfolding. Trust in the timing of your life. Trust that every step you take is leading you closer to your manifestation. As you continue to pray, allow yourself to feel the gratitude in your heart. Feel the joy of knowing that your breakthrough is not something that is far off in the future. It is here. It is now. The moment you spoke those words in faith, the wheels of creation began to turn. The universe has heard you, and it is already responding. Your breakthrough is not something that you are waiting for. It is something that you are stepping into. With every breath you take, feel the power of your words reverberating through the universe. Know that as you speak, things are shifting. What was once impossible is now becoming possible. What was once out of reach is now within your grasp. Your breakthrough is already here, and it is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see, but will soon experience. In this moment, remind yourself that you are worthy of every good thing that is coming your way. You are deserving of the breakthroughs that are unfolding in your life. Do not allow the world to tell you otherwise. You are the beloved of God, and you are entitled to all the blessings that the divine has in store for you. There is no limitation in God. There is no lack in God. And because you are one with God, there is no limitation or lack in you. Feel the presence of God more strongly now. Know that you are one with this divine power, that you are in harmony with the universe, and that everything you desire is already on its way to you. There is no force greater than the love that flows through you. There is no obstacle that can withstand the power of your belief. Your breakthrough is inevitable. You are moving closer to it with every breath you take, with every word you speak, with every thought you think. Let the power of this truth fill you completely. Let it saturate every fiber of your being. Know that you are not waiting for your breakthrough to come. You are already walking in it. It is already done. It is already here. You are already living the life you desire. All that you need to do is trust, and it will unfold before you in perfect order. Now, as you finish this prayer, carry this knowing with you throughout your day. When you go about your life, know that you are walking in the manifestation of your prayers. Every step you take is a step toward your breakthrough. Every word you speak is a declaration of your power. Every thought you think is in alignment with the life you are creating. You are not separate from your desires. You are one with them. And as you continue to pray, as you continue to trust, as you continue to believe, the universe will continue to respond. Your breakthrough is unfolding right now. You are living it. You are living the manifestation of your deepest desires. As you rest in this divine knowing, feel the warmth of your own inner light expanding. In this moment, you are no longer just an individual struggling to achieve or attain. You are an infinite being woven into the fabric of the universe, connected to the source of all creation. You are part of the eternal flow of life, and the universe is always working in your favor. There is no effort in this. There is no resistance. You need only to relax into it, to trust that your desires are not separate from you, but an expression of who you already are. You are not waiting for a breakthrough. You are the breakthrough. As you sit in the peace of this realization, feel the rush of gratitude fill your heart. You have been awakened to the truth of your power. You have been given the key to unlock the door to your dreams. This is not a future event. This is happening now. Your breakthrough is unfolding in real time, in this very moment. There is no need to search for it outside of you. It is already here, already present, already manifesting. All that you need to do is align yourself with it. Speak the words, believe in their power, and know that the universe has no choice but to respond. There is an inner knowing that rises up within you at this moment, a quiet confidence that tells you that you are on the right path, that everything is working out for you. You do not need to see the full picture yet. You do not need to know how every piece will fall into place. Trust in the process, trust in the divine timing that orchestrates all things. Even when things seem uncertain, even when you cannot yet see the manifestation with your physical eyes, know that it is already done in the unseen realms. The moment you declared it, it was set into motion. The universe heard you, and it has already begun to bring your desires into form. As you continue to meditate in this space of peace, let go of any resistance to the flow of your breakthrough. Sometimes the mind can begin to doubt. It can begin to question how or when or where, but you must remember that doubt only delays the manifestation. Doubt is not your ally. Your ally is faith. Your ally is trust. Your ally is the knowing that the universe is perfectly designed to respond to your belief. When you trust, you allow the manifestation to unfold naturally, without forcing or controlling the process. The breakthrough that you seek is not far off. It is not something that is outside of you, something that you need to earn or strive for. It is something that is within you, always has been and always will be. When you wake up in the quiet of the early morning, like now, you are given a sacred opportunity to remember who you are. You are reminded of your divine nature, your inherent worth, and the boundless power that resides within you. This is not a time to beg or plead, but to affirm, to declare, to command the universe to align with the truth of your being. Feel the peace of your words sinking deeper into your soul. As you repeat the prayer, let it reverberate through your being. I am a divine being created in the image of God. I am worthy of all the blessings that are already on their way to me. I am the creator of my life, and I declare that everything I desire is already on its way. My heart is open, my mind is clear, and I am in perfect alignment with the abundant flow of the universe. I trust the process. I trust that everything is happening for my highest good. I trust that I am worthy of receiving everything I ask for. It is already mine. With every repetition, feel yourself sinking deeper into this truth. Allow it to fill every corner of your being, to fill the space around you, and to expand into the universe. You are not just praying, you are affirming your place in the grand scheme of creation. You are declaring your sovereignty, your power, and your divine birthright. There is no space in this prayer for doubt or fear, only belief, only trust, only the unwavering knowledge that what you have asked for is already on its way. As you settle deeper into this space, take a moment to reflect on all the things you have already manifested in your life. Look back at your journey and recognize the times when you asked, believed, and received. Your life is filled with evidence of your ability to create. Your past is a testament to your power, and your future is simply waiting for you to step into it. Each moment is an opportunity to create anew, and each moment is a chance to align more deeply with your divine truth. The things you desire are not outside of you, they are already within you. The breakthrough you seek is not a future event, it is a present reality. The only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is your ability to believe, to trust, and to fully embrace the truth of who you are. You are a creator, and this world is your canvas. You can paint any picture you desire. You can manifest anything you want, as long as you believe that it is already done. Now, as you sit with these thoughts, feel the power of your prayer filling the room, filling your being and expanding into the universe. Everything that is meant for you is already here. It is not in the distant future. It is right now. The breakthrough you seek is already unfolding. The doors are opening, the pathways are clear, and the universe is aligning to bring your desires into form. When you wake up in the early morning hours, remember that you are not alone. You are part of something much greater than yourself. You are part of a divine flow that is always moving, always shifting, always expanding. This flow is not something that you have to fight for or earn. It is your natural state. It is your divine birthright. And in this moment, as you wake up at 3 a.m., you are reminded of that truth. Feel the power of this moment. Feel the power of your words. You are a divine being, and everything you desire is already yours. You are not waiting for your breakthrough to come to you. You are already walking in it. You are already living in the manifestation of your desires. The universe is responding to you right now. It is responding to the power of your belief, to the power of your faith, and to the power of your trust. In this moment, you are one with everything you seek. You are one with the universe. You are one with the divine power that created you. There is nothing outside of you that can stop you. There is nothing that can stand in your way. You are a co-creator with the universe, and everything you desire is already on its way. You are not asking for permission. You are simply aligning with what is already yours. Let this knowing fill your heart. Let it fill your mind. Let it fill your soul. You are not waiting for a breakthrough. You are already living it. You are already walking in it. You are already receiving it. Everything you desire is already here. The universe is already responding to you. Your breakthrough is already unfolding. All you need to do is trust, believe, and step into the life that is waiting for you. It is already done, and in this moment you are living it. As you continue to rest in this knowing, take a deep breath and feel the expansion of your soul. With every breath, you invite the essence of divine creation to flow through you, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your desires. Feel the energy of your heart beating in alignment with the pulse of the universe. The rhythm of life is perfect, and you are in harmony with it. Your heart is open, your mind is clear, and your body is relaxed. You are a vessel for the divine, and the divine is flowing through you, creating, manifesting, and transforming your reality. This breakthrough you seek is not far off. It is already on its way. Trust in the power of your intention. Trust in the power of your words. Trust in the power of your belief. The universe is always responding to you, and your words have power. Your thoughts are seeds that have already been planted in the fertile soil of the universe. With every prayer, every affirmation, and every declaration, you are watering those seeds and allowing them to grow. The roots are deep, the foundation is strong, and the manifestation of your desires is inevitable. As you sit in the stillness of this moment, feel the peace of knowing that you are supported. You are not alone in this journey. The universe is always working in your favor. The divine is always by your side. You are surrounded by a force that loves you unconditionally, that wants the best for you, that is working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality. You are not chasing after your dreams. Your dreams are already on their way to you. They are being magnetized by the power of your belief and the clarity of your intention. Now, as you allow yourself to relax deeper into this moment, begin to reflect on the power of your thoughts. Every thought you think is a seed that is being planted in the garden of your life. Are you planting seeds of doubt, fear, or uncertainty? Or are you planting seeds of faith, trust, and belief? Your thoughts are the blueprint for your reality. They shape the life you experience. Every moment is an opportunity to consciously choose your thoughts and your beliefs. You have the power to decide what you will focus on, and what you choose to focus on will expand in your life. When you wake up at 3 a.m., remember that this is a sacred time. It is a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thin. It is a time when the divine is speaking to you, guiding you, and reminding you of who you truly are. This is the time to connect with the source of all creation, to tune in to the stillness within, and to affirm your desires with unwavering confidence. In this sacred space, there is no room for doubt. There is no room for fear. There is only the presence of the divine and the knowing that your breakthrough is already on its way. You do not need to struggle or strive for what you want. The universe is not a place of scarcity, it is a place of abundance. Everything you desire is already yours. It is already in your vibrational field, waiting for you to align with it. When you wake up at 3 a.m., take a moment to acknowledge the abundance that is already present in your life. Acknowledge the many blessings that you already have, and know that more are on their way. The universe responds to gratitude. When you express gratitude for what you already have, you open the door to receive even more. As you sit in this space of gratitude, remember that you are always in the right place at the right time. There is no need to rush or force anything. The universe has a perfect plan for you, and that plan is unfolding with divine precision. Trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. You are exactly where you need to be. Your breakthrough is not something you need to chase after. It is already here. It is already unfolding. It is already on its way to you. When you wake up at 3 a.m., remind yourself that this is the perfect time to connect with your higher self. This is the time to affirm your power, your purpose, and your potential. You are not just a passive observer of your life. You are an active creator. You are a divine being, capable of creating anything you desire. Your mind is a powerful tool, and when you use it with intention, you can shape your reality in ways that will astound you. The moment you set your intention, the universe begins to respond. The moment you believe in the possibility of your breakthrough, the universe begins to align with that belief. Feel the power of this moment. Feel the power of your own divine nature. You are a creator, a manifester, a co-creator with the universe. Everything you desire is already within your reach. It is not out of your grasp. It is not somewhere in the future. It is right here, right now. You are not waiting for your breakthrough, you are living it. You are experiencing it in this moment. The breakthrough you seek is not something that is coming in the distant future. It is happening right now. The universe is always responding to your thoughts, your beliefs, and your intentions. The moment you decide what you want, the universe begins to align with that desire. This is the time to remember that there is no shortage of anything. There is no lack, there is no limitation. The universe is abundant and you are a part of that abundance. You are deserving of everything you desire. There is no need to ask for permission. You do not need to wait for approval. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. Your desires are valid, your dreams are worthy. The universe has already said yes to everything you want. Your breakthrough is already on its way. In this moment, as you wake up at 3 a.m., take a moment to declare your intention once again. Speak the words with confidence, with power, and with belief. I am worthy of my breakthrough. I am deserving of all the blessings that are already on their way to me. I am the creator of my reality, and I declare that everything I desire is already mine. I trust in the process. I trust in the divine timing of the universe. I trust that my breakthrough is already unfolding. I am aligned with the flow of abundance, and I welcome it into my life. Feel the energy of these words filling your being. Feel the power of your intention shaping your reality. You are not just praying for your breakthrough, you are creating it. You are not just asking for a miracle, you are becoming the miracle. The universe has no choice but to respond to your belief. It is already responding. It is already aligning with your desires. The breakthrough you seek is already unfolding in perfect harmony with the universe. As you rest in this truth, remember that you are a divine being, connected to the source of all creation. You are powerful beyond measure. You are worthy of every blessing that is coming your way. You do not need to chase after anything. Your desires are already on their way. Your breakthrough is already happening. Trust in the process. Trust in the divine timing. Trust in the power of your words, your belief, and your intention. It is already done. And in this moment you are living in the manifestation of your desires. In this moment, as you find yourself awakening at 3 a.m., you are being invited to step into the fullness of your divine power. The stillness of the early morning holds an immense potential for transformation. It is in this quiet, sacred space that you can connect with the divine flow of creation, where you can align yourself with the manifestation of your desires. This is not merely a random hour of the day. It is a divine moment in which your consciousness can fully expand to receive the abundance of the universe. The very act of waking at 3 a.m. signals that you are in tune with the higher realms. It is a reminder that there is an energy moving through you, guiding you, showing you the way forward. In this sacred moment, take a deep breath, and with each exhale, let go of any resistance or doubt that may be clouding your mind. You are in the presence of divine possibility. And the moment you choose to align your thoughts and emotions with your desires, the universe begins to move in accordance with you. You are not separate from your desires. They are part of you, and they are always within your reach. The power to manifest is already in your hands. It has always been there, and it is now your time to claim it. As you breathe deeply, feel the energy of your breath merging with the energy of the universe. You are not apart from this vast, infinite creation. You are one with it. Every breath you take is a reminder that the universe is constantly providing for you, constantly supporting you in your growth and expansion. You are a divine expression of the universe's abundant love. And in this moment, you are coming into alignment with the source of all creation. In this sacred moment of stillness, as the world sleeps, you are awakening to your divine truth. In the quiet of the early morning, there is a magic that can only be felt when you open yourself up to it. The hour may seem dark, but in this darkness is a potential that holds the keys to unlocking your dreams. Just as the seed in the soil grows in the unseen darkness, so too does your breakthrough begin to manifest in the unseen realms. What you desire is already taking shape. And as you begin to affirm your desires, you are aligning yourself with that divine potential. You are not waiting for something to come to you. It is already on its way. You are simply tapping into the eternal flow of abundance that is always available to you. The power of this moment lies in your willingness to step into your full divine potential. This is the time to declare with absolute faith that your breakthrough is here. The moment you set your intention and believe in the possibility of your desires, you are beginning the process of manifestation. The universe has already said yes to your dreams, and your belief in them allows you to step into the reality of their fulfillment. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel is contributing to the creation of your reality. You are not just a passive observer, you are an active participant in the unfolding of your life. You are a creator, co-creating with the universe to bring about the life you desire. It is easy to become distracted by the noise of the world and the doubts that creep into your mind. But in this sacred moment, you are reminded of your divine power. You are reminded that the universe responds to your thoughts and beliefs, and when you align with the divine flow of abundance, all things are possible. Your breakthrough is not a distant dream, it is already here. It is already unfolding before your eyes, and you are playing an active role in bringing it to fruition. Your belief in your desires is the catalyst that activates the manifestation process. When you wake up at 3 a.m., it is a signal that you are being called to remember who you truly are. You are not separate from your desires, you are one with them. The universe is always working in your favor, always guiding you toward your highest good. The divine has already aligned the circumstances, people, and events necessary for your breakthrough. Your job is simply to trust in the process and to continue aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, even when you cannot see it yet. The unseen forces of the universe are at work behind the scenes, orchestrating everything in perfect divine timing. This is the moment to let go of any doubts or fears that may arise. The universe does not respond to fear, it responds to faith. When you believe in the possibility of your breakthrough, you are opening the door for it to manifest in your life. The breakthrough is not something that happens outside of you, it is something that happens within you. The moment you align your thoughts with your desires, the manifestation begins. Your thoughts are the seeds that are being planted in the garden of your reality. With every thought you think, you are watering those seeds, nurturing them into full bloom. The key to manifestation lies in your ability to trust. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust in the divine plan for your life. The universe is always working in your favor, always guiding you toward your highest good. Your breakthrough is not dependent on external circumstances. It is dependent on your belief. When you believe in the possibility of your desires, you are activating the divine flow of abundance that is already present in your life. The universe is always ready to respond to your faith, to your trust, and to your belief. As you sit in this quiet moment, allow yourself to feel the deep knowing that everything you desire is already on its way. It is not something you need to chase after, it is already here. The universe is constantly aligning with your desires, bringing them to fruition in divine timing. Trust that what you want is already in motion. You are simply required to stay in alignment with it, to trust in its manifestation, and to continue affirming its presence in your life. The breakthrough you seek is already happening, even if you cannot yet see it. It is unfolding in the unseen realms, and as you continue to trust in its arrival, it will manifest in your physical reality. Now take a deep breath and feel the energy of the universe flowing through you. Feel the power of your intention, the power of your belief, and the power of your trust. The breakthrough is already here. You are already living in the manifestation of your desires. Your faith is the key that unlocks the door to your dreams. Every prayer, every affirmation, every declaration is a confirmation that your desires are already on their way. The universe has already said yes to your dreams, and it is now your job to receive them. This moment of stillness, this moment of peace, is a powerful opportunity for you to reconnect with the divine flow of abundance. When you wake up at 3 a.m., remember that the universe is always working in your favor. It is always guiding you toward your highest good. Trust in the process, trust in your own power, and trust in the divine timing of the universe. Your breakthrough is already happening. Your desires are already coming to fruition. You are aligned with the flow of abundance, and all things are possible for you. So, as you wake in the early hours of the morning, let go of any doubts, let go of any fear, and surrender to the divine flow of creation. Know that your breakthrough is on its way. Know that everything you desire is already yours. Your thoughts, your belief, and your intention are the key to unlocking the abundance that is already within you. Trust in the process and allow the universe to bring your desires to fruition in perfect divine timing. You are already living in the manifestation of your dreams. In this sacred space of stillness, you are being called to recognize your divine essence. As you wake in the early hours of the morning, you are being reminded of the infinite power that lies within you. You are not a passive participant in this life. You are the active creator of your reality. The world outside may seem chaotic and circumstances may appear uncertain. but you are never alone in this journey. Every moment, every breath, every thought is a step in the creation of your world. In this moment of quiet reflection, you are tapping into the divine energy that is always available to you. The early morning hours, especially the 3 a.m. hour, are a time of deep connection to the higher realms. This time is a portal, an invitation for you to step outside of the constraints of time and space and enter into the realm of limitless possibilities. When you wake at 3 a.m., the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinner, and you have access to a profound level of consciousness that allows you to connect more deeply with your higher self. This is a divine gift, an opportunity for you to realign with the truth of who you are and the desires that are calling you forward. It is easy to become caught in the distractions and noise of the world, to get lost in the stories and the doubts that swirl in the mind. But in these early hours, the distractions fade and you are left with the purest form of your thoughts. This is the moment to claim your divine inheritance, to declare with unshakable certainty that you are worthy of everything you desire. The universe has already heard your prayers, and the forces of creation are moving on your behalf. Trust in the unfolding of your life. Trust that every step you take, every decision you make, is leading you to the fulfillment of your dreams. As you lie in the quiet of the early morning, take a moment to close your eyes and feel the presence of the divine within you. Feel the infinite power that resides in the depths of your being. Know that you are never separate from the source of all creation. You are one with it, and it is one with you. The desires you hold in your heart are not separate from you. They are a reflection of your true essence. They are a part of your soul's purpose. And as you align with them, you are aligning with the divine flow that moves through all things. When you wake at 3 a.m., it is not a coincidence. It is a divine nudge, an invitation for you to connect with the deep well of power that exists within you. The universe does not operate by chance. Everything that happens in your life is part of a greater plan, a divine design that is unfolding with perfect timing. Your breakthrough is already happening, and the moment you acknowledge it, you will begin to see it unfold before your eyes. You are not waiting for your breakthrough to come to you. It is already here, unfolding in the unseen realms, ready to emerge into your physical reality. Your thoughts and beliefs are the keys that unlock the door to your desires. In the quiet of these early hours, allow yourself to enter into a state of deep gratitude. Gratitude is the gateway to abundance. When you are grateful for what you have, you open yourself up to receiving even more. Gratitude is a powerful vibration that aligns you with the flow of the universe. As you focus on the blessings in your life, you activate the law of attraction, and the universe responds by bringing even more blessings into your life. In this moment of stillness, allow your heart to be filled with gratitude for everything you have and for everything that is on its way. You are not just a passive receiver in this process. You are an active participant in the creation of your life. The universe responds to your energy, to your vibration. The more you align yourself with the energy of gratitude, the more you attract what you desire. The universe is always listening to your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and it responds by bringing you experiences that match your inner vibration. So as you wake in the early hours of the morning, take a moment to tune into the frequency of gratitude. Feel the power of your desire, the joy of knowing that everything you have asked for is already on its way. The moment you claim your desires, you are stepping into the manifestation process. The breakthrough you seek is not something that will come to you from the outside. It is already within you. It is a part of your inner landscape waiting to be revealed. The universe is always responding to your inner state of being. The more you align yourself with the energy of your desires, the more quickly they will come into your physical reality. Trust in this process. Trust that everything is happening for you, even when it may seem like nothing is changing. The forces of the universe are constantly working behind the scenes, aligning everything perfectly for your highest good. In these early hours, as you sit in silence, allow yourself to feel the presence of your divine self. You are not the limitations of your past, you are the infinite possibilities of your future. Every moment is an opportunity for you to step into the fullness of who you are. Your desires are not only possible, they are inevitable. The moment you align your thoughts and emotions with the truth of your desires, the manifestation process begins. Your belief is the catalyst that activates the flow of abundance in your life. In this moment, release any doubts or fears that may be lingering in your mind. Know that the universe is always on your side, always working in your favor. The process of manifestation is not about waiting for something to happen, it is about becoming the vibration of what you desire. When you align your energy with your desires, the universe cannot help but respond. You are a powerful creator, and everything you need to manifest your dreams is already within you. Trust that the breakthrough you seek is already on its way. The more you focus on your desires and believe in their arrival, the faster they will manifest in your life. The universe is always responding to your energy, and the more you align with the vibration of your desires, the more quickly they will come to you. As you lie in the quiet of the early morning, take a moment to visualize your desires as already fulfilled. See them clearly in your mind's eye. Feel the emotions of having already achieved them. The more vividly you can imagine your desires as already realized, the more quickly they will come into your reality. Your imagination is the key to unlocking your manifestation. The more you use your imagination to feel the emotions of having what you desire, the faster the universe will respond. The breakthrough you seek is not a distant dream, it is already here, already unfolding in the unseen realms. All you have to do is align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the truth of your desires, and they will manifest before your eyes. In this sacred moment of stillness, remember that you are a divine creator. You have the power to shape your reality, to bring your desires into physical form. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding in your life. Everything you desire is already on its way. The universe has already said yes to your dreams, and it is now your job to trust that the manifestation is coming. Your breakthrough is already happening, and all you have to do is stay aligned with your desires and trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. As you move through your day, carry with you the knowing that your breakthrough is inevitable. The universe has already conspired to bring your desires into fruition. The power of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings will shape the course of your life. Trust that everything you have asked for is already on its way. The divine forces are aligning in your favor, and all you need to do is stay rooted in your faith, your belief, and your vision. You are a powerful creator, and the universe is always responding to the energy you put out. Each thought, each feeling, each prayer is part of the divine process, guiding you to the manifestation of your dreams. So, as you rise each morning, remember that you are not waiting for your breakthrough. It is already here. It is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. But trust that the seeds of your desires are growing and the harvest is just around the corner. Know that you are divinely supported. Everything you need to manifest your dreams is already within you. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust in the power that resides within you. Your breakthrough is not a matter of if, but when, and that moment is closer than you think. Keep believing, keep visualizing, and keep feeling the joy of already having everything you desire. You are the creator of your reality, and your breakthrough is already unfolding. Every step you take, every path you walk, is not by chance. You may believe that life is random, that the twists and turns are unpredictable, but I tell you this, your steps are ordered. There is a divine intelligence guiding you, orchestrating every moment in perfect harmony with the vision you hold within. Nothing happens outside of the law. Nothing occurs outside of divine order. You rise each morning with a thought, a feeling, an expectation. And it is that very thought that sets the direction of your day. The mind is the architect, and the world merely follows. The order of your steps is determined by what you dwell upon, what you assume to be true, what you believe in the quiet chambers of your soul. This is not coincidence, it is divine design. The world moves as you move within. Have you not noticed how, when you are filled with faith, doors open where none seem to exist? Have you not seen how, when you expect favor, favor meets you at every turn? And yet, when doubt clouds your mind, the road ahead appears uncertain, chaotic, blocked. It is not the world that changes, it is your perception, your inner movement that dictates the rhythm of your steps. God speaks to you through desire, through imagination, through the quiet whisper of conviction. When an idea takes hold in your heart, when a vision appears so vividly within you that it feels as real as the ground beneath your feet, that is the divine ordering your steps. You do not have to force the way forward. You do not have to struggle to make things happen. Your only task is to believe, to know that as surely as the sun rises, the way is made clear before you. When you trust, truly trust, you will see how each event in your life is woven together in a masterpiece of perfect timing. That delay you resented, it was protection. That closed door, it was redirection. That unexpected meeting, that sudden idea, that chance encounter, they were not accidents, they were divine appointments. Nothing is wasted, nothing is misplaced, everything is ordered. If you find yourself in a place of uncertainty, if you wonder where the road leads, remember this: the steps of the righteous are established. Do not look at the world with fear. Do not let doubt convince you that you are lost. Walk in faith. Assume that you are exactly where you need to be. Know that what you seek is already seeking you, and the path before you is unfolding in perfect alignment with the vision you hold within. God is always ordering your steps. The question is, will you trust the order? Will you walk in the knowing that all things are working together for your highest good? Believe it and you will see it. Move in faith and the way will be made clear. You may look at your life and wonder if things are truly unfolding as they should. You may question the delays, the detours, the moments of waiting that seem endless. But what if I told you that even in what appears to be stagnation, there is divine motion? What if I told you that every single event in your life, no matter how small, no matter how insignificant it may seem, is leading you exactly where you need to be? Nothing is out of place, nothing is random. The hand of God moves in ways beyond human understanding. You do not always see the full picture because you are inside the frame. But if you could step back, if you could see the grand design, you would know that there was never a moment when you were not being led. Have you ever walked through a season of confusion, only to look back and realize that everything had to happen just as it did? The people you met, the conversations you had, the opportunities that appeared out of nowhere, all of it was part of the plan. At the time you may not have understood it, you may have even resisted it, but now you can see that there was a higher intelligence at work, guiding your steps even when you were unaware. You are never walking alone. The path is being cleared before you even take the first step. The only thing that clouds your vision is doubt. When you begin to question whether you are truly being led, you create resistance. But the moment you surrender, the moment you trust that every experience is divinely orchestrated, you step into the effortless flow of grace. The mind is powerful beyond measure. It is not merely a tool for thought, but a divine instrument through which creation takes place. What you accept as true in your mind, what you assume with conviction, becomes the blueprint for your reality. This is how God orders your steps, through the silent yet powerful movement of faith within you. When you accept something as real, even before it is manifested in the physical, the entire universe aligns to bring it forth. You have seen this happen in your life. Think back to a time when you were certain about something, when you held a vision so clearly in your mind that you could almost touch it. Did it not come to pass? Did it not unfold with an uncanny precision that left you in awe? And yet when you doubted, when you allowed fear to take hold, did you not find yourself wandering in uncertainty, feeling lost, disconnected from the very things you longed for? Faith is not merely belief, it is alignment. It is walking as though what you seek is already yours, as though every step is bringing you closer to what has already been promised. This is how the divine works, not through struggle, not through force, but through the quiet knowing that what is meant for you is already in motion. There is no need to worry about the how, no need to concern yourself with the details. When you walk in faith, when you hold firm to the belief that your steps are divinely ordered, things begin to fall into place with effortless precision. The right people appear, the right doors open, the right situations align at the perfect moment. You do not have to chase, you do not have to strive, you need only to believe, and the way will be made clear. Every delay has purpose. Every setback is preparation. Sometimes you are being positioned for something greater than what you originally envisioned. Sometimes the closed door is not rejection, it is redirection to something beyond what you could have asked for. When things do not go as planned, do not be discouraged. Know that something better is unfolding, something beyond your current understanding. Have you ever wondered why certain things did not work out, only to later realize that you were being saved from something that would have limited you? You may have thought you needed that relationship, that job, that opportunity. But what if it was never part of the divine order? What if losing it was necessary for you to receive something greater? When you trust that your steps are being guided, you no longer resist. You no longer cling to what is leaving. Instead, you embrace what is unfolding, knowing that God's plan is always greater than yours. Your intuition is the voice of divine guidance speaking within you. That quiet nudge, that inner knowing, that deep sense of certainty. It is not just a feeling, it is the language of God directing your steps. But how often do you listen? How often do you trust that inner voice? Many times. You receive guidance, but doubt causes you to ignore it. You question whether it is real, whether it is just your imagination. But what if your imagination is the very means by which God communicates with you? What if every inspired thought, every vision that stirs something deep within you is a glimpse into the path that has already been prepared for you? There is a reason why certain desires burn within you while others do not. There is a reason why some dreams refuse to fade, no matter how much time has passed. It is because those desires were placed within you for a purpose. They are not random, they are not mere wishes. They are instructions. They are the signs that point you toward your destiny. If only you would trust, if only you would walk with the confidence that every single thing you need is already set before you. You would not worry, you would not hesitate, you would not waste time in fear. You would move boldly, knowing that your steps are not your own. They are being divinely guided toward something greater than you can imagine. Even in your struggles, you are being refined. Even in your trials, you are being strengthened. There is no wasted experience. There is no moment of suffering that does not serve a higher purpose. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and understand why things happened the way they did. You will see that every challenge was making you ready, shaping you into the person who could receive the very things you prayed for. You must trust the process. You must trust that nothing is out of place. You must trust that every single day your steps are ordered in ways that you cannot yet comprehend. The mind that created this universe, the intelligence that orchestrates the stars and the seasons, is the same intelligence that is guiding your life. Do you really think that anything has been forgotten? Do you really believe that your prayers have gone unheard? Everything is happening exactly as it should. Even in your waiting, even in your wondering, the divine plan is unfolding with precision. You are not lost. You are not alone. You are exactly where you need to be, and every step you take is leading you toward the fulfillment of what has already been promised. Walk in faith. Walk in certainty. Walk with the knowing that nothing is outside of divine order. And as you do, you will see that what you seek has always been seeking you. The path is already laid before you. Your only task is to trust and to take the next step. You may have wondered at some point why things seem to take so long. Why do some doors remain closed even when you knock with all your might? Why do certain dreams seem distant, just out of reach? The answer lies in the divine timing that governs your life. Everything, every moment is unfolding according to a perfect plan. While you may not see it now, it is all working in your favor. Even in times when you feel discouraged, even in moments of doubt, there is an underlying current of divine order carrying you forward. When you look at your life, it can often seem like a series of unrelated events, but I assure you, there is no such thing as randomness. There is a master plan, one that was laid out long before you even took your first breath. You are not wandering aimlessly, you are not lost. You are walking on a path that has been carefully prepared for you, one step at a time. Every experience you have, no matter how small, no matter how seemingly insignificant, is a piece of a larger puzzle. Each moment is a building block, and each experience adds to the masterpiece that is your life. Think about the times when you were unsure of what to do, when you felt like you were in the dark, unable to see the next step. Do you remember how eventually the answer came to you? How, without any force or struggle, the way was made clear? That is divine timing at work. That is God ordering your steps. You may not have been able to see it at the time, but you were being guided every single step of the way. The answers were already inside you, waiting for the right moment to emerge. In those moments of doubt, when the road ahead seemed unclear, you were being prepared. You were being refined. You were being made ready for the blessings that were on their way. When you feel uncertain, when you wonder whether you're on the right path, remember this: God is always leading you toward your greatest good. The path may not always look the way you expected, but it is always leading you to where you need to be. When you look back on your life, you will see that every step, every twist and turn, every delay, every moment of uncertainty has served a purpose. It has all been part of the divine plan. There are no mistakes. There are no wasted experiences. Even the difficult times, the challenges, the heartbreaks. These were not sent to break you. They were sent to build you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for the greater things that are to come. Sometimes it takes a moment of stillness to recognize this truth. In the rush of everyday life, in the noise of the world, it can be hard to hear the quiet whisper of guidance. But when you take a moment to pause, when you quiet the mind and listen, you will hear it, the voice of the divine ordering your steps. It might not always come as a loud command, but it is always there, gently nudging you in the right direction. This voice speaks through your intuition, through your inner knowing. It speaks through the desires of your heart, the dreams that stir deep within you. These desires are not random. They are not accidental. They are the clues, the breadcrumbs that lead you to the life you are always meant to live. Trust in these desires. Trust in your inner guidance. It is your divine compass, pointing you toward your destiny. Every time you feel doubt, every time you question the path ahead, remember that God is already there, ahead of you, preparing the way. You do not have to worry about the how. You do not have to figure out every step before you take it. Trust that each step will be revealed to you in due time. Trust that you will know what to do when the time is right. The universe has an uncanny way of unfolding in perfect timing, and you are always exactly where you need to be. You see, God does not leave you to wander through life alone. You are never lost. Even when things appear uncertain, when you feel like you're walking in circles, you are being led. Every experience, every encounter is part of a divine design leading you to your purpose. The people you meet, the circumstances you face, the challenges you overcome, all of these are stepping stones, each one guiding you closer to the fulfillment of your deepest desires. It can be difficult to see the bigger picture when you're in the midst of it. You may feel lost, overwhelmed, or frustrated. But if you could step outside of yourself for just a moment, if you could see your life from a higher perspective, you would understand that every challenge, every triumph is part of the greater story being written for you. You are not just an observer in your life, you are the creator. And your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions are shaping the world around you. You may not see it now, but everything you have experienced, everything you have been through, has been preparing you for something greater. Every failure has been a lesson. Every heartache has been a stepping stone. Every disappointment has been a gift. shaping you into the person you need to be to receive the blessings that are coming your way. You have been prepared, even in ways you did not realize. As you move through your day, trust in the process. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should. There is no need to force anything. There is no need to control the outcome. All that is required of you is to trust the journey, to trust that each step is divinely ordered. You do not need to know every detail of the plan. You do not need to understand every twist and turn. All you need to do is take the next step, with faith, with confidence, knowing that your steps are being guided by a higher power. When you trust in this process, when you trust that you are always being led in the right direction, you will find that the path becomes easier. The struggle, the resistance will fall away. Doors will open, opportunities will appear, people will enter your life at exactly the right time. The more you trust, the more you align with the divine order that is already at work in your life. You are always in the right place at the right time. Even when it feels like things are not going as planned, trust that they are going exactly as they should. Sometimes what seems like a setback is really a setup for something better. Sometimes the door that closes is making room for a bigger, better opportunity. Trust that every single thing is working in your favor, even when you cannot see it. Life has a way of surprising you. It has a way of unfolding in ways that you could never have imagined. The key is to trust that you are not alone, to trust that every step is ordered for your highest good. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, even when you can't see it. Your job is simply to trust the process, to trust that the path is already laid before you, and to take each step with faith and confidence. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Every experience, every moment is leading you closer to your highest good. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly and that every step you take is divinely ordered. Keep moving forward with faith, knowing that the universe is guiding you every step of the way. Your journey is sacred and you are being led with love, wisdom, and divine purpose. There are times when life feels like it's testing your patience, when you feel as though you're in the middle of a storm, wondering why things aren't moving forward. These moments, though difficult, are often the most profound. These are the moments when you're being prepared, when your heart is being shaped for something bigger than what you see now. As you walk through life, you'll encounter obstacles, delays, and moments of confusion, but do not be discouraged, for in those very moments, God is at work, setting things up for your greatest good. The truth is that everything you've been through has led you to this moment. Every experience, every relationship, every challenge has been part of the divine process, guiding you toward the life you were meant to live. There is no such thing as wasted time in the eyes of the divine. Everything happens for a reason, and each day is a step in the unfolding of your purpose. You may not always understand why certain things happen, but that is where trust comes in. Trust in the unseen hand that is guiding your steps, even when you can't see the road ahead. Take a moment to reflect on your life. Think of all the times you've faced uncertainty, when you didn't know how things would turn out, when you felt unsure of the next move, yet somehow you've always come through, haven't you? You've always found your way, even when the path wasn't clear. This is not by chance, my friend. This is divine order in motion. God has been ordering your steps every single day, even when you didn't realize it. Now imagine how many times you've experienced moments of doubt or confusion, only to have clarity come at just the right time. Perhaps it was a conversation with someone, a random encounter, or even a quiet moment of reflection. In those moments, the answers came, not because you had figured it all out, but because you were being guided. The divine has a way of leading you toward the answers you seek, often when you least expect them. It's as if the universe knows exactly when to provide you with the right direction, the right person, or the right opportunity. This is the divine order at work in your life. It's a constant, gentle nudge that leads you forward, step by step. You don't always need to understand the entire journey before you begin. In fact, you don't need to know the end result in order to take the next step. Your job is simply to follow the guidance that is already available to you. Trust that your steps are ordered, even when you cannot see the full picture. The only thing required of you is faith. Faith that the path you are on is leading you exactly where you need to go. There may be times when you feel like you're not moving fast enough, or when you feel like you're not achieving the things you desire in the time you think they should come. In those moments, remind yourself that God's timing is always perfect. Sometimes we rush the process because we are eager to see results, but the divine knows the perfect timing for everything. You are not being held back, you are being prepared. You are being shaped into the person who is capable of receiving the blessings that are on their way. Every delay is part of the process of preparing you for something bigger than what you can currently imagine. Think about the way nature works. Every seed that is planted has a specific time to grow, a specific time to bloom. The flower does not rush the process. It simply grows each day, each moment, moving closer to its full potential. The same is true for you. Your life too is unfolding at its own perfect pace. Trust that every day is a part of that growth. Every moment of stillness, every moment of waiting is making you stronger. It is teaching you patience. It is preparing you for the abundance that is coming your way. When you are in tune with the divine, when you trust that every step is being ordered, the path becomes smoother. You stop fighting the process. You stop resisting the natural flow of life. You begin to understand that life is not about forcing things to happen. It's about allowing them to unfold. It's about recognizing the signs along the way and taking inspired action when the time is right. Sometimes the greatest action is simply to wait, to trust the process, to trust that everything is happening in divine timing. There is a peace that comes with surrendering to the divine plan. It's a peace that says, I don't need to control everything. I don't need to have all the answers. I just need to trust that everything is unfolding as it should. And when you can rest in that peace, the magic begins to happen, the right opportunities begin to appear, and the right people begin to come into your life. The doors that once seemed closed begin to open. The path that once seemed unclear becomes clearer with each step you take. You see, you are not alone on this journey. Every step you take, God is with you. Every decision you make, God is guiding you. Even when you feel uncertain, even when you feel lost, you are not alone. The divine is always with you, always ordering your steps, always leading you toward your highest good. And even when the way seems unclear, trust that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. The beauty of trusting the divine order in your life is that it takes the pressure off. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to have all the answers. You simply need to show up, to take the next step, and to trust that the universe is guiding you. When you align yourself with this divine order, things begin to flow more effortlessly. You begin to attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences. The universe, in all its infinite wisdom, will make sure that everything you need comes at exactly the right time. There will be moments when you will question your path. There will be times when you will feel as though you are walking in circles, unsure of where you are going. But in those moments, remember this: even the detours are part of the divine plan. There are no mistakes, there are no wrong turns. Every experience, every challenge, every setback is simply another step along the way. You are always moving forward, even when it feels like you are standing still. Trust that every moment is part of your journey, and that every step is ordered for your highest good. God knows what you need, and God knows when you need it. Trust that what is meant for you will come, and trust that every step you take is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your desires. You do not have to force things to happen. You do not have to chase after opportunities. You simply need to trust in the process and allow things to unfold in their perfect time. The divine order in your life is always present, even when you cannot see it. Trust in it. Trust that every step you take is a step closer to your highest good. You are being led every day, every moment, towards the life you were meant to live. There is no need to worry. There is no need to doubt. Your steps are ordered, And as you walk this path, trust that each step, each moment, is bringing you closer to the realization of your dreams. You might wonder sometimes if your steps are really being ordered, especially when life seems full of confusion or uncertainty. The key to understanding this is to recognize that God does not work on our human timetable. His ways are often beyond our comprehension, and that is precisely where faith comes in. Faith is not the absence of doubt, but the trust that even in the midst of uncertainty, you are being led, and your life is unfolding in perfect divine order. The steps you take each day, no matter how small they may seem, are part of a larger plan that you may not yet fully see. You do not need to understand the full picture to know that God is at work in your life. Just as a child doesn't need to understand how a parent's love works to feel secure, so too do you not need to understand all the details of your life's unfolding to trust in God's divine plan. Trust is the foundation that holds you steady as the journey continues. Your steps are being ordered, whether you see them or not. You have probably experienced moments where things seem to fall into place so perfectly that it almost felt like divine intervention. Maybe it was a job offer that came at just the right time, or a connection with someone that changed your life. Maybe it was the realization that, in looking back, you could see the hand of God in every decision you made, every place you went, and every person you met. The synchronicity of life is not by accident. It is the way the divine orchestrates events, aligning everything just as it should be. Trust that this alignment is taking place in your life, whether you can fully see it or not. Every moment in your life holds purpose. The good moments, the difficult moments, and even the moments that seem to lead nowhere are all part of your divine journey. Your steps are not random, they are ordered. Think about the way a dance is choreographed. Each movement, each turn is planned out to create a beautiful flow. If you were to try and rush ahead, skipping a step, the dance would be off. Similarly, your life is unfolding with purpose and precision, even if it feels like you are moving in circles or facing obstacles. Those very moments are part of the perfect design. Each setback, each delay, each difficult encounter is a step in the right direction, refining you, strengthening you, preparing you for what is next. You have been chosen for this journey, and everything that happens is leading you to the next stage of growth. Just as a seed needs to go through a process of development before it can bloom into something beautiful, you too are being developed in ways you may not yet understand. Your growth often happens in the quiet spaces, when you're alone, when you're reflecting, when you're still. These moments are just as important as the outward actions you take. God's divine ordering of your steps isn't just about the big moments. It's about the quiet whispers, the small nudges, the moments of intuition that guide you. Have you ever had a moment where something just felt right, where you were in the right place at the right time, and you knew that your presence in that moment was no coincidence? That is divine timing. That is God ordering your steps, even when you weren't fully aware of it. You may have looked back on those moments and realized that they were exactly what you needed, even if you didn't see it at the time. There is no mistake in the way your life unfolds. There is a higher power at work, aligning the pieces of your life in ways you may not fully understand yet. Perhaps you are in a season of waiting right now. It may feel like you are standing still, waiting for the next step to reveal itself. It can be frustrating to be in this place, especially when you feel as though time is passing and nothing is happening. But this waiting period is just as important as any other part of your journey. This is the time when you are being shaped, when the foundation is being laid for the things to come. Just as a building cannot be constructed without a solid foundation, so too must you be grounded before the next phase of your life unfolds. Trust that the divine is working in this moment, even if it feels like nothing is moving. When you allow yourself to rest in the knowledge that your steps are ordered, you stop fighting the process. You stop trying to force things to happen. Instead, you begin to trust the divine flow of your life. You allow yourself to be guided by the intuition that comes from within, knowing that you are being led in the right direction. Life is not a race, it is a journey. And every step, no matter how slow, is a step toward your highest good. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. It is in the quiet moments, the moments when you surrender and let go, that the greatest revelations come. When you stop trying to control every detail of your life and instead trust in the divine plan, you open the door for miracles to occur. The divine is always speaking to you, always guiding you, always ordering your steps. But you must be willing to listen. Sometimes the answer you're seeking doesn't come through logic or reasoning. It comes through intuition, through that still, small voice that guides you in the right direction. When you allow yourself to follow that inner guidance, you begin to see how everything in your life is connected. You begin to see how the experiences you've had, the people you've met, and the choices you've made are all part of a grand design. And the more you trust in this design, the more you see how your steps are truly ordered. The divine is never absent in your life. Even in your darkest moments, when you feel lost or confused, the divine is ordering your steps. You may not always see the path clearly, but trust that it is there. You don't need to have all the answers to move forward. All you need to do is trust. Trust that every step is part of your journey. Trust that even when the road is unclear, the divine is leading you to exactly where you need to be. When you surrender to this trust, you open yourself up to the miracles and opportunities that are waiting for you. God is ordering your steps, even in the moments when it feels like you are lost. Keep moving forward, keep trusting, and keep believing your life is unfolding in perfect divine order, one step at a time. Every step you take is being directed. Even when life seems to be full of detours, even when challenges arise that seem to take you off course, trust that there is a purpose behind every moment. What you perceive as setbacks are often divine interventions that are redirecting you to where you need to be. Think of it like a river that sometimes has rocks blocking the path. The water doesn't fight the rocks, it simply flows around them, continuing toward its destination. Your life is like that river. It flows with purpose, and even when obstacles arise, they do not stop the course. They are part of your journey, shaping you, teaching you, and helping you evolve. You may have asked yourself why certain things happen in your life, why certain doors close, or why certain paths seem difficult. Perhaps you've questioned why your prayers seem unanswered, or why things aren't unfolding as you hope. But understand this, God does not work in a way that is immediately visible to you. The answers are not always revealed in the way you expect. Sometimes it is in the waiting, the moments of uncertainty, that the deepest growth happens. In those times when you feel lost or uncertain, your steps are being ordered even though you cannot see the entire picture. Sometimes you are being led through periods of solitude or confusion because it is in those moments that you truly find yourself. You see, when the noise of the world quiets down, when the distractions are removed, that is when you can hear the still, small voice guiding you. It is in the silence of those moments that God can truly speak to you, revealing the next step in your journey. Your own thoughts and desires can often cloud your ability to hear what is being directed. But in the quiet, when you still your mind, you open yourself to the divine guidance that has always been present. It's easy to look at others and compare your journey to theirs. It's easy to think that you should be further along, or that you should be experiencing certain things by a certain time. But remember, your journey is yours alone. The steps that you take are yours, and they will lead you exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't always look the way you expected. The timing of your life is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your plans. Trust that what is meant for you will come in its time. The beauty of knowing that your steps are ordered is that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are not responsible for every outcome. You are simply responsible for staying true to your path, listening to that inner guidance, and trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. When you align with the divine will, when you trust that God is ordering your steps, you can walk with confidence, knowing that every moment is part of a much larger plan. In moments of doubt, when you feel as though you are wandering aimlessly or struggling to see the bigger picture, remind yourself that you are not alone. The divine is with you every step of the way, orchestrating every detail of your journey. Even in the most difficult moments, when it feels like you are moving through the darkness, God is preparing you for the light that is to come. Every trial you face is an opportunity for you to grow, to strengthen your trust, and to become the person you are meant to be. There is no wasted moment in your life. Every experience, no matter how painful or challenging, is shaping you into who you are called to be. As you move forward, remember that faith is not about knowing the outcome. Faith is about trusting that no matter what happens, you are being guided. It's about stepping into the unknown with the assurance that each step is bringing you closer to your divine purpose. You may not always see where you are going, but trust that you are on the right path. It is in your willingness to trust, to surrender, and to have faith in the process that you will find peace, joy, and fulfillment. When you stop trying to control the details and instead trust that your steps are being ordered, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. You release the burden of needing to know everything, of feeling like you must control every outcome. The divine plan is unfolding for you in ways that are far beyond what you can imagine. Your part is simply to walk in faith, to take each step as it comes, and to trust that each step is leading you closer to your highest good. There are moments in your life when it may feel like everything is happening to you. You may feel as though life is out of your control and that you are simply a passive participant in your own story. But when you trust that your steps are ordered, you realize that you are not just a passive participant, you are an active creator. You are co-creating your life with the divine. You are choosing with each thought and each action to move in alignment with your divine purpose. It is not a matter of waiting for life to happen to you, it is a matter of walking in faith and taking the steps that are ordered for you. There is no need to rush, to force, or to try to make things happen before their time. Just as the flowers do not rush to bloom, but open to the warmth of the sun in their own time, so too must you trust the natural unfolding of your life. Every step is a step toward the divine timing that is perfect for you. You don't need to compare your journey to anyone else's. What is meant for you will find its way to you, and it will come in the perfect time. The only thing you need to do is stay present, keep moving forward, and trust that each step is part of a beautiful and divine plan. When you are connected to the divine, when you align your will with God's will, your steps are not only ordered, they are blessed. You begin to see how everything in your life is aligned, even the things that once seemed unrelated, the people you meet, the experiences you have, the challenges you face, everything is working together for your highest good. Even when you cannot see how it all fits together, trust that it is. Everything is coming together in ways that will exceed your expectations. The most important thing you can do is surrender. Surrender your doubts, your fears, and your need for control. When you surrender to the divine plan, you open yourself to the fullness of life. You stop fighting against the flow and instead you begin to move with it. Life is not about forcing things to happen. It is about allowing the divine order to unfold naturally. When you trust that your steps are being ordered, you can relax and let go of the anxiety and stress that often come with trying to figure everything out. You don't need to know all the answers, you just need to trust that God has already ordered your steps. So as you move forward in your life, remember this: your steps are being ordered. You are not alone. Even when you cannot see the way, know that it is being made clear for you. Trust in the divine guidance that is always with you. Take each step with faith, with confidence, and with the knowledge that you are moving towards something beautiful and divine. Your steps are ordered, and with each one, you are moving closer to the life you are meant to live. The divine plan is unfolding for you in ways that you cannot yet imagine, and each step you take is part of that perfect design. Trust in the process. Your journey is not by accident. It is a well-planned path, written in the stars, laid out with care and love. Every step you take is already ordained, perfectly designed to bring you to where you are meant to be. When you begin to understand this, you stop questioning, stop fearing, and start trusting. You realize that you do not have to understand every detail. You do not have to see the entire road ahead. All you need to do is to trust that your steps are being ordered, that you are being guided every moment of your life. Even when you cannot see it, even when you feel like you're stumbling in the dark, trust that the light is shining for you just around the next corner. The power of this trust is transformative. It changes the way you approach life, the way you see challenges, and the way you respond to obstacles. You stop seeing them as burdens or frustrations and start seeing them as part of the plan. When you encounter something difficult, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me? What is God trying to show me?" You realize that nothing is random. Everything in your life is purposeful, even when it feels uncomfortable or hard. This transformation happens gradually. There may be moments when doubt creeps in. You may question whether the path you're on is the right one. But the more you embrace the truth that your steps are ordered, the more confident you become in your journey. Every time you step forward in faith, no matter how small the step, you are affirming that you trust in the divine plan. Each step is a declaration that you believe in what you cannot see, and that you are willing to walk toward the unknown because you know it is leading you to something good, to something far greater than you could imagine. You are constantly being guided. Every day, in every moment, the divine is working behind the scenes to ensure that you are moving closer to your purpose. It is like a gentle hand leading you forward, subtly shifting you in the right direction. You may not always be aware of it, but the divine is continually guiding you, orchestrating events and circumstances to lead you to the right place at the right time. Trust that when something unexpected happens, it is not an accident. It is a divine adjustment, a nudge in the right direction. The universe is constantly aligning itself to bring you closer to your destiny. When you surrender to the divine plan, you stop forcing your own way. You stop trying to control everything, trying to make things happen before their time. You begin to live in harmony with the flow of life, trusting that the right opportunities, people, and experiences will come to you when the time is right. You stop chasing after things that do not serve you and begin to focus on what truly matters: your inner peace, your growth, and your alignment with the divine. Even in moments of uncertainty, when you don't know where the next step will lead, you can find peace in knowing that you are being guided. You no longer need to have all the answers. You no longer need to know the outcome. You simply need to be present, to trust, and to take each step as it comes. You begin to live in the present moment, not worrying about what's to come, but trusting that the divine is already working it out for you. You walk with confidence, knowing that everything you need is already being provided, that you are never truly alone. As you begin to live with this trust, you start to notice the small miracles that are happening in your life every day. You begin to see the synchronicities, the little signs that affirm you are on the right path. You notice the people who show up at the perfect time, the opportunities that arise when you least expect them, and the moments of clarity that guide your decisions. These are the ways the divine is ordering your steps. The more you open yourself to seeing them, the more they become evident. It is like a dance, life and the divine in perfect harmony, guiding you to exactly where you need to be. Let go of the need to control. Release the need for everything to make sense immediately. Instead, trust that every step is being ordered in its perfect time. Trust that even the waiting is part of the process, preparing you for the next phase of your journey. Life is not about rushing to the finish line. It is about enjoying the process, the unfolding, the learning. As you surrender to the divine plan, you begin to see how every experience, every person, and every challenge is a piece of the puzzle, leading you to your ultimate purpose. When you learn to trust that your steps are ordered, you no longer fear the unknown. You no longer worry about making mistakes or taking the wrong path. You understand that the divine is with you every step of the way, and that even if you do stumble or face a setback, it is all part of the journey. Every experience is teaching you something valuable, shaping you into the person you are becoming. There is no such thing as failure when you trust in the divine plan. There is only growth, learning, and evolution. You are not alone in this journey. The divine is always with you, ordering your steps, guiding you and providing everything you need. You are never without direction. Even in the darkest moments, the divine light is guiding you. It is always there, leading you, comforting you, and showing you the way. Trust in this divine guidance, trust in the steps that are being ordered for you, and know that everything is unfolding perfectly. As you continue on your path, you will begin to see how the divine timing is working in your life. Things will begin to fall into place in ways that you could never have imagined. Opportunities will arise at just the right moment. People will come into your life at the right time, bringing the support and guidance you need. Even the challenges will begin to make sense as you see how they have prepared you for the next step in your journey. You will look back and realize that every step you have taken, every turn you have made, has been leading you to this moment. The power of trusting that your steps are ordered is that it releases you from the burden of needing to know everything. It frees you from the anxiety of trying to control your life and forces you to surrender to the flow. The more you surrender, the more you realize that everything is already working out for you. You begin to move through life with a sense of peace, knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. Your trust becomes your greatest strength, and you begin to see that your life is unfolding in ways that are beyond your wildest dreams. This is how the divine works in your life. It orders your steps, guides you and leads you exactly where you need to go. Every moment, every decision, every experience is part of the plan. Your steps are not random. They are divinely ordered, leading you to the life you are meant to live. Trust in this process, trust in the timing, and trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. The divine has already set your path. All you have to do is walk it with faith, confidence, and trust. Trust that every moment, every interaction, and every step you take is part of a bigger plan. You are never lost, and there is no such thing as a wrong decision. Even when things don't appear to make sense, you must understand that everything is happening for your highest good. The divine is guiding you every moment, leading you to exactly where you need to be. This knowledge allows you to let go of fear, anxiety, and doubt. You no longer worry about the future because you know that your steps are already ordered. As you walk through life with this knowing, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel a deep sense of peace that transcends circumstances. It's not because everything is perfect around you, but because you trust that it's all unfolding according to a divine plan. You stop looking for outside validation because you know you are aligned with something far greater. The universe, God, or whatever you call it, is conspiring on your behalf. The more you lean into this trust, the more you begin to see divine order in your life. You start to recognize the moments when the pieces fall into place. You start to notice the small things, the right people coming into your life at the right time, the opportunities showing up when you need them most, and the unexpected blessings that seem to appear out of nowhere. These are the ways in which the divine is guiding your steps. These are the signs that affirm that you are walking in alignment with the path that has already been set for you. One of the most profound aspects of understanding that your steps are ordered is the realization that you are never truly alone. Even in moments of solitude or uncertainty, you are being guided. The divine is with you at all times, helping you, leading you, and providing for you. It's easy to feel lost or disconnected when you're going through difficult times, but it's during these moments that you must hold on to the truth that your steps are ordered. You are exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't feel that way at the moment. The universe is guiding you even in your moments of confusion. There will be times when it feels like you've taken a wrong turn, when you look back and wonder if you should have done something differently. But the truth is, every step, even those that seem like mistakes, is part of the grand plan. Every experience is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for what's ahead. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that we should have the perfect path or that we should avoid mistakes. But in reality, these moments are the very steps that lead us to growth and transformation. The divine works through all of it, the successes and the failures, the joy and the pain, the highs and the lows. All of it is part of the divine plan for you. There is no wasted experience. You might feel that there are times when you're walking through the wilderness, times when it seems like nothing is happening. But even in these quiet, waiting times, the divine is working. There is a rhythm to life, and sometimes that rhythm requires us to pause, to rest, and to prepare. These times are not wasted, for they are part of the process of ordering your steps. Trust that when you don't see the next step clearly, it's because it's not yet time. Trust that when things seem to be slowing down, it's because the universe is aligning something even greater for you. Remember that the divine timing is always perfect. The universe has its own pace, and it's not always the pace we want. We often want things to happen quickly, to see instant results. But the beauty of trusting in the ordered steps is understanding that timing is everything. When you're ready, the next step will appear. When you've done the inner work, the doors will open. It's all part of the process. Every delay, every moment of waiting is part of your growth, your preparation, and your alignment. The more you trust in this process, the more you become aware of the subtle guidance around you. The universe communicates with you in many ways, through your thoughts, your feelings, your intuition, and even through other people. As you become more attuned to this guidance, you'll start to see signs in your everyday life. Maybe it's a song on the radio that seems to speak directly to you, or a conversation with a stranger that offers exactly the insight you need. These signs are not coincidences. They are the divine ordering your steps, confirming that you are on the right path. When you trust that your steps are ordered, you begin to feel a deep sense of empowerment. You no longer feel like you are at the mercy of life's circumstances, but instead you realize that you are co-creating your reality with the divine. You are not simply reacting to life, you are participating in the unfolding of your own destiny. The more you trust in the process, the more you begin to see the magic of life. The mundane becomes miraculous when you realize that every detail is carefully orchestrated for your highest good. This realization doesn't mean that everything will always be easy. There will still be challenges, obstacles, and times when it feels like things aren't going your way. But what it does mean is that you can approach these challenges with a sense of peace and assurance. You can trust that everything is happening for a reason, and that even the difficult times are part of the plan. In fact, it's often during the most challenging times that we learn the most, that we grow the most. And it's in those moments that we realize how strong we truly are, how much we are capable of, and how perfectly the divine is guiding us. When you begin to recognize how your steps are ordered, you start to see the interconnectedness of everything. You realize that nothing is random. Every person you meet, every experience you have, every moment you live is part of a larger plan. You are not separate from the world around you. You are an integral part of the greater whole. You are always being guided toward your purpose, always being directed toward your highest good. Living with this awareness transforms the way you approach life. You no longer have to strive or force things to happen. You simply align with the divine flow, trust that your steps are ordered, and move with the rhythm of life. The more you surrender to this flow, the more effortless life becomes. You stop resisting, stop trying to control every aspect, and instead you allow life to unfold in its perfect timing. Every day is an opportunity to walk in faith, to take the next step with confidence, and to trust that the divine is guiding you. Your steps are already ordered. You are not walking alone. You are being led every moment toward your purpose. It's time to let go of doubt, to release fear, and to trust in the divine guidance that is always present. When you trust that your steps are ordered, you live in alignment with your highest self, and everything begins to fall into place. Understand that your steps are not random or by chance. They are divinely ordered every single day. Even in moments of uncertainty or when things feel out of your control, trust that the path is being laid out for you with perfect timing and precision. The universe, God, or whatever higher force you believe in is constantly guiding you, leading you through experiences that are helping you grow and prepare for the future you are meant to live. When you embrace this truth, You begin to see that every moment, no matter how challenging, is part of a larger design. Your faith in the divine order of your life allows you to walk with confidence and peace, knowing that you are not alone and that every step is guiding you closer to your purpose. It's time to release control, surrender to the flow, and trust that your steps are being ordered perfectly. In doing so, you unlock a life of alignment, peace, and divine fulfillment. Keep moving forward with faith, and remember, your steps are already ordered. You are always exactly where you need to be. Life unfolds in ways beyond our understanding, shaping us in the fire of experience, molding us through trials we do not choose. Yet in every challenge there is a hidden hand, guiding, refining, and preparing us for something greater than we can see. When God tests your faith, He is not punishing you, He is awakening you. He is calling you to rise above the illusions of the world, to see beyond your temporary struggle, and to claim the power He has placed within you. There are moments when the path seems uncertain, when doors close and when prayers appear unanswered. Doubt creeps in, whispering that you are alone, abandoned. But God does not leave those whom He calls. He strengthens them. He removes the distractions, the unnecessary attachments, the false beliefs that keep them bound. What feels like loss is in truth a clearing of the old to make way for the new. Faith is not merely believing in what is seen, it is standing firm when everything seems to be against you. It is holding on to the vision God has placed in your heart, even when the world says it is impossible. When Abraham was called to sacrifice his son, it was not a test of loss but of trust. And in that trust, God provided. When Joseph was betrayed, sold into slavery, and imprisoned, it was not the end, but the necessary journey to a greater destiny. Every test was a preparation for his elevation. What if, in this very moment, what appears as difficulty is your greatest invitation to transformation? What if the pain is pushing you toward the breakthrough you have been asking for? God does not test the weak. He refines the strong. He stretches you beyond your comfort so that you may become the vessel capable of holding the blessings He has prepared. The question is not whether the test will come, but how you will respond. Will you collapse under the weight of the challenge, or will you stand firm, knowing that beyond this storm, a new reality awaits? The kingdom of God is within you, and in every trial you are being called to claim it. Do not waver. Do not allow the shadows of doubt to steal your divine inheritance. You are not being broken, you are being built. You are not being forgotten, you are being prepared. Every setback, every disappointment, every unanswered prayer is shaping you for something beyond what you can now comprehend. Trust that when the time is right, the doors will open and you will step into a reality greater than you ever imagined. Of all the mysteries of life, the greatest is this: what you now endure is shaping you for what you have asked for. It may not seem so in the moment, it may feel like the very opposite of what you desire, but consider for a moment that what you call struggle is, in truth, a preparation, a refining, a divine orchestration moving you toward something far beyond what you presently perceive. The mind, bound by appearances, sees loss, delay, and hardship as punishment. It questions, why me? Why must I endure this? But the Spirit knows otherwise. It recognizes that every test of faith is an invitation to transformation. You cannot step into something greater while clinging to what is lesser. You cannot receive the fullness of what God has for you if you are unwilling to release the limitations that confine you. There is a story unfolding in your life, one written before time itself. And in this story, every challenge is not a stop but a step. Every trial not a dead end but a doorway. You are being called to walk by faith, not by sight. The world tells you to trust what is visible, but God calls you to trust what is unseen. He whispers, look beyond the illusion, see with the eyes of faith. Think of the caterpillar confined in the darkness of the cocoon. It knows nothing of the wings it is about to receive. It only knows the struggle, the breaking, the discomfort. And yet, in that very breaking, it is being made new. It does not fight the process, it surrenders to it. It allows itself to be transformed, trusting in what it does not yet understand. And then, in perfect timing, it emerges, not as it once was, but as something entirely new. So it is with you. What feels like a breaking is a becoming. What feels like an ending is a new beginning. God is stretching you, molding you, refining you, not to harm you, but to prepare you. You are being made ready for something greater, something beyond your current imagination, and yet so many resist. They cling to the familiar, fearing what lies ahead. They pray for a new life, but resist the very process that brings it forth. What if you stopped resisting? What if, instead of seeing the trial as a curse, you saw it as a calling? What if you understood that the delay is not denial, but divine alignment? Every great purpose requires preparation. No seed bears fruit the moment it is planted. There is a season of growth, a time of unseen development beneath the surface. And so it is with you. Think of David, anointed as king, yet sent back to tend the sheep. Did he question why he was not immediately placed on the throne? Did he resist the process? No. He trusted, he prepared. He grew in the quiet places, in the fields where no one was watching. And when the time came, he was ready, not because the opportunity suddenly appeared, but because he had been shaped for it in the waiting. You too are in the fields. You too are being prepared. What you do in this season will determine how you step into the next. Will you grow in faith, or will you allow doubt to take root? Will you trust the process, or will you resist what is necessary for your elevation? God does not waste seasons. Every trial, every setback, every unanswered prayer is part of the divine plan. You may not understand it now, but one day you will look back and see how every moment was leading you to something greater. The pain was not wasted. The delay was not a mistake. The rejection was not a failure. It was all preparation. There is a version of you that already exists, the version that has stepped into the promise, the blessing, the fulfillment of what you have prayed for. But to become that person, you must first shed what no longer serves you. You cannot take old habits into a new season. You cannot carry doubt into a place of faith. You must be transformed. And transformation is never comfortable. It requires surrender, it demands trust, it calls for faith that goes beyond what you can see. When the storm rages, faith says, "This too shall pass." When doors close, faith says, "Something greater is coming." When all seems lost, faith says, "God is still in control." You were never meant to remain where you are. You were created for more, but more requires growth. It requires testing. It requires walking through the fire and coming out refined. Look at the great figures of faith. None of them stepped into their calling without first being tested. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness before leading a nation. Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before ruling in Egypt. Job lost everything before receiving double for his trouble. What you see as a delay is in fact divine development. What you see as a struggle is the strengthening of your spirit. God is not punishing you, He is preparing you. He is molding you into someone who can carry the weight of the blessing that is coming. If you received it now, unprepared, it would crush you. But in due time, when the work is complete, when your faith is unshaken, you will step into what has been prepared for you since the beginning. Do not let temporary trials steal your eternal promise. Do not let the lies of the enemy convince you that God has forgotten you. He has not. He is working even now in the unseen, in the quiet places where faith is forged. What you believe in this season will determine what you step into in the next. Will you trust the process? Will you stand firm in faith? Will you surrender to the work being done within you? If you knew what was coming, you would not doubt. If you could see what God has prepared, you would not fear. You would stand in confidence, knowing that every test is simply proof that you are being positioned for something greater. The pain is temporary, the struggle is momentary, but the promise is eternal. Hold on, trust, believe. You are being prepared for something far greater than you could ever imagine. As you walk through the journey of life, there are moments when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing against you, when every step feels heavier than the last, and when the promises you've believed in seem distant and unreachable. But I want you to understand this truth. It is in these very moments, in the depths of the struggle, that the greatest transformation is taking place. The world may not see it, but within you there is a deep work occurring, preparing you for the magnitude of what God has planned for your future. When you find yourself standing in the fire, feeling like you cannot endure any longer, remember that the fire is not there to consume you, it is there to purify you. Gold does not shine with its full brilliance until it has been through the furnace, purified by heat and refined by pressure. The pressure you feel today is not a sign that you are being broken, it is a sign that you are being made stronger, more resilient, and more capable of carrying the weight of your dreams. Think of a seed buried deep within the soil. It cannot see the sunlight, it cannot breathe the fresh air, and it cannot feel the warmth that is promised. But in the darkness of the earth, something miraculous is happening. It is growing, it is preparing itself to break through the surface and reach for the light. It does not yet know the greatness it will become, but it trusts the process. It trusts the unseen hand that is guiding its every move. Just as the seed undergoes a silent transformation, so too are you being transformed in the unseen. What seems like a season of hardship is in truth a season of growth. When your faith is tested, God is not simply watching from a distance, waiting to see if you will falter. He is actively working within you, refining you, shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of the dreams He has placed in your heart. These dreams are not small, they are not fleeting, they are big, they are eternal, and they are worth the struggle. But you cannot carry such dreams in your current state. There is a preparation that must happen, there is a breaking that must occur. And yet in the breaking you will find your strength. The storms you are weathering are not to destroy you, but to fortify you. They are molding your character, teaching you endurance, patience, and the kind of trust that can only be developed in the wilderness. The trials you face today are teaching you to stand firm, not in your own strength, but in the strength of the one who is carrying you through. He does not test you to harm you, He tests you to equip you for what lies ahead. You may not understand the process, and you may even question the timing, but trust that God's timing is perfect. There are moments when it feels like God is silent, when your prayers seem to fall on deaf ears, when it seems as though He has forgotten you. But that silence is not abandonment, it is a sacred moment of preparation. In the quiet, God is working on your behalf, arranging circumstances, opening doors, and preparing your heart. Just as the seed must remain in the soil in order to grow, so must you remain steadfast in faith, trusting that the unseen work is happening even when you cannot see it. When you encounter obstacles, do not see them as barriers, see them as stepping stones. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, stronger, to build your faith, and to draw closer to the one who is guiding you. You are not meant to remain where you are meant for greater things. And every test you face is moving you closer to that greater purpose. Think of the great leaders, the great men and women of faith throughout history. They did not achieve greatness without first enduring hardship. Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt, but before he could do that, he spent years in the desert learning humility, patience, and trust in God's provision. David was anointed king, but before he took the throne, he was a shepherd, alone in the fields, learning the lessons that would make him a great king. Joseph was given dreams of greatness, but before he could see them fulfilled, he was sold into slavery, thrown into prison, and betrayed by those closest to him. Each of these individuals faced trials, and each of them was refined in the fire of their circumstances. They emerged stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the purpose that awaited them. You are no different. The struggles you are facing today are preparing you for the greatness that God has in store for you. You may not see it now, but everything you are going through is a necessary part of the process. The pain you feel is not punishment. It is a preparation. The waiting you are enduring is not wasted time. It is a time of refinement. Every tear you shed, every moment of frustration, every time you feel as though you cannot go on, it is all part of the divine plan, shaping you, preparing you, and positioning you for something far greater than you can imagine. When you feel like giving up, when you feel like your faith is wavering, remember that you are in the midst of something bigger. You are not just enduring, you are being prepared. The dream God has placed in your heart is not just for today, but for the future. And the future requires a different you. It requires a version of you who is strong, steadfast, and fully capable of handling the blessings that are coming your way. Every great dream requires sacrifice. Every vision requires preparation. Every promise requires a season of testing. But these tests are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you. They are meant to shape you into the person who can handle the fullness of God's blessing. You are being prepared to step into a future that is far greater than your current reality. There will be moments when you question everything. You will wonder if the dreams you hold in your heart will ever come to pass. You will wonder if the pain and the waiting are worth it. But remember, the process is as important as the promise. The trials you face today are forming you into the person you must become in order to fulfill your purpose. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that God is preparing you for something beyond what you can see right now. You are not alone in this. God is with you every step of the way, even when you cannot feel His presence. His hand is guiding you, His love is surrounding you, and His purpose is unfolding in your life. The trials you face are not evidence of God's absence, they are evidence of His faithfulness. He is with you in the struggle, He is with you in the silence, and He is with you in the waiting. And when the time is right, He will bring you into the fullness of what He has prepared for you. Do not fear the tests that come your way. They are not here to destroy you, they are here to build you. Do not fear the waiting, it is the time of preparation. The greater the test, the greater the blessing. You are being shaped, molded, and refined for something bigger than you can even comprehend. Hold on to your faith, stand firm in your belief, trust the process. The best is yet to come. There will be times when you feel completely overwhelmed by the weight of your circumstances, when the dreams you hold so dear seem impossibly distant, and when doubt begins to creep into your mind. You may feel as though you're stuck, as though no matter what you do, the path ahead remains unclear. But even in these moments of confusion, understand that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of your life with divine precision. He sees the bigger picture, and though you cannot yet see it, He is preparing you for something far greater than you could ever imagine. Faith is not simply believing when things are going well. Anyone can do that. True faith is standing firm when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It is trusting in the unseen, knowing that God is at work even when the evidence isn't immediately visible. Your faith is being tested not to break you, but to strengthen you. The challenges and obstacles you face are the proving grounds for your faith, and each trial is an opportunity for you to deepen your trust in God, ability to bring you through, no matter how impossible the circumstances may seem. Consider the process of growing a tree. The seed is planted deep in the earth, hidden from the world. It is buried in darkness, subjected to pressure, and forced to push its way through the soil. The seed doesn't know exactly when it will break through the surface, but it trusts the process. It knows that in time the sunlight will touch it, and it will grow tall, strong, and fruitful. You too are like that seed. Even though you cannot see the results yet, even though the process feels slow and painful, God is working in the hidden places, preparing you to burst forth into the fullness of His purpose for your life. In these moments of pressure, it's easy to become discouraged. You may wonder why God is allowing you to experience such hardship, but it's important to recognize that the struggle is not the end of the story. It is merely a part of the journey. The storm will pass, and you will emerge stronger, more refined, and more capable of carrying the dreams and responsibilities that God has entrusted to you. Every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you are destined to become. The process of testing, though difficult, is a necessary part of your growth. Without it, you would not be prepared for what lies ahead. When you face a test, it's easy to want to rush through it, to find a way out or to escape the discomfort. But understand this: God is not interested in giving you an easy way out. He is interested in your transformation. The obstacles you face are not punishments, but opportunities for growth. They are opportunities for you to trust Him more deeply, to lean on His strength, and to discover just how much you are capable of when you surrender fully to His will. The greater the test, the greater the strength you will gain. There is a divine purpose behind everything that happens in your life, even the trials. God does not waste a single moment of your journey. Every hardship, every challenge, and every moment of waiting is part of His perfect plan for your life. When God tests your faith, He is refining you, purifying you, and preparing you for something far greater than you can currently understand. It's in these moments of testing that you discover the depths of your own strength, your own perseverance, and your own capacity for faith. But the testing of your faith is not just for you, it is also for the people around you. Your testimony, your ability to stand firm in the face of adversity, will serve as a powerful example to others. When they see you endure through hardship with grace and unwavering trust in God, they will be inspired. Your journey will become a living testimony to the power of God's faithfulness, and it will encourage others to hold on to their faith, even when their own trials seem insurmountable. The faith you build in the fire will not only prepare you for your own breakthrough, but will also inspire a generation to trust in God's timing and His provision. In the midst of the tests and trials, it's important to keep your eyes on the promise, not the problem. When you focus on the problem, it becomes magnified and your faith begins to shrink. But when you focus on the promise, when you set your heart on the truth that God is for you and not against you, your faith grows. The promises of God are yes and amen, and they will not fail. His word is true, and He will bring to pass everything He has spoken over your life. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when the journey seems long and difficult, trust that He is working in ways that you cannot see. His timing is perfect, and His plans for you are far greater than your own. The testing of your faith is not just about what you are going through now, but about what is coming next. God is preparing you for the next level, for the next season of your life, and for the greater purpose He has ordained for you. There are people waiting for you to step into your destiny, and there are opportunities waiting for you to seize. But before you can walk into those things, you must first be prepared. You must first be refined. You must first be made ready to carry the weight of the blessing that is coming your way. And so when you face the testing of your faith, don't see it as a setback. Don't see it as a sign that God has abandoned you or forgotten you. See it as an invitation to grow, to become more of the person you were always meant to be. The testing is not the end of the story. It is a pivotal moment in your journey, one that will propel you forward into the fullness of God's plan for your life. Every test you face is a step toward your breakthrough. Every trial is a lesson in trust, in perseverance, and in surrender. And as you grow through these tests, you will find that your faith becomes unshakable, your confidence in God becomes unmovable, and your ability to stand firm in His promises becomes unyielding. When God tests your faith, He is preparing you to take hold of the future He has promised you. Trust the process, trust His timing, and trust that He is preparing you for something far greater than you can even imagine. God has not forgotten you. He sees your pain, your struggle, and your heart's deepest desires. He is not blind to your tears, nor is He deaf to your cries. He hears you, and He is moving on your behalf. The testing of your faith is not a sign that you are far from His love. It is a sign that He is preparing you for something beautiful. Trust in the process, hold fast to your faith, and know that God is making you ready for the greatness that is to come. The best is yet to be revealed. Every trial, every difficulty, and every obstacle you face serves a divine purpose. You are not being tested to break you, but to build you. Each test is a step closer to the destiny God has placed before you. And though the path may feel uncertain and the road may seem long, trust that every single experience is preparing you for what lies ahead. There's a certain divine wisdom in the way God works, a divine logic that doesn't always align with our human understanding. In the natural world, we often equate pain with punishment, struggle with failure, and hardship with something we need to avoid at all costs. But in God's kingdom, it's different. The way He operates is counterintuitive. The very things we try to avoid are often the tools He uses to refine us. The pressure you feel, the difficulty you face, and the discomfort in your soul are all shaping you. They are removing the parts of you that cannot carry the weight of what is coming. The fire doesn't destroy the gold, it purifies it. The struggle doesn't crush your spirit, it strengthens it. What you might perceive as a setback is actually a setup for what's to come. When God tests your faith, He is stretching you, pulling you into a place of growth that you wouldn't reach without the challenges. Think of it as a muscle. If you want your muscles to grow stronger, you must first strain them. You must challenge them, push them beyond their normal limits, and only then do they grow. Similarly, your faith must be stretched. It must be tested, and it's in the stretching, in the breaking, that you are made whole. But remember, the stretching is temporary. The breakthrough, the growth, the transformation, these are permanent. Each test, no matter how daunting, is simply an opportunity to step into a higher level of faith, a deeper trust in God's plans for your life. You cannot see it now, but when you are on the other side of this test, you will look back and realize that everything you went through was necessary to bring you to the place where you are meant to be. It's important to remember that the trials you face are not a reflection of God's disfavor. They are a part of His plan to bring you closer to the fullness of His purpose for your life. You may not feel it now, but you are being shaped and molded in the fire of life. Your faith is being refined, made pure, and prepared to withstand the greatness that is about to unfold. When you find yourself in the midst of a storm, don't lose heart. Know that the storm is not there to destroy you, it is there to help you grow. The winds may be howling, the rain may be pouring down, and you may feel as though you're sinking beneath the waves, but in reality, the storm is part of your transformation. It's helping you learn to stand firm, to trust in the God who controls the wind and the waves, and to find peace in the midst of chaos. You are not walking this journey alone. Though the road may seem long and the way unclear, God is with you every step of the way. He has not left you to face these trials on your own. He is the one who is holding your hand, guiding your steps, and leading you through every difficulty. When you feel weak, He will be your strength. When you feel lost, He will be your compass. When you feel weary, He will be your rest. Trust that God's presence is with you, even in the hardest of moments. In fact, it's often in the darkest moments of our lives that God's presence becomes the most real. When everything else seems uncertain, when we've tried all we can and still see no way forward, that's when God steps in. That's when He shows us that He has been with us all along, that He's been preparing us, strengthening us, and equipping us for the very moment we find ourselves in. And when the breakthrough finally comes, when you step into the fullness of your purpose, you look back and see how every test, every challenge, and every difficulty was part of God's perfect plan. You see, the testing of your faith is not just about you, it's about the impact you will have on others. Your journey, your perseverance, and your eventual victory will serve as a testimony to those around you. It will show them that God is faithful, that His promises are true, and that no matter how dark the night may seem, joy comes in the morning. You are being shaped not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of others. Your faith is a light that will shine brightly for others to see. Your victory will be a beacon of hope to those who are walking through their own struggles. And when you stand firm in your faith, when you trust God through the hard times, you will find that your faith becomes unshakable. You will develop a resilience that nothing can break. No matter how many storms come, No matter how many obstacles rise up, you will know that you are standing on a firm foundation. Your faith will be like a tree planted by the water, unmoved by the winds and the storms of life. The tests may be hard, but the reward is worth it. The struggle may be long, but the victory is sweeter. And when you finally see the manifestation of all that God has promised you, you will understand why the test was necessary. You will see that every step, every struggle, every moment of doubt was a part of God's greater plan for your life. It's important to remember that God is always with you, even when it feels like He's silent. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything in your favor. And even when the way seems unclear, know that He has a purpose for everything. Trust in His plan. Trust in His timing. Trust that He is working all things together for your good. The greater the test, the greater the blessing, the greater the trial, the greater the breakthrough. Every time you rise above the difficulties, every time you stand firm in your faith, you are becoming more and more aligned with God's divine purpose for your life. You are being prepared for something bigger, something greater than you could ever imagine. And when the time comes, when the door opens and when the promise is fulfilled, you will look back and see how perfectly everything fits together. God does not waste a single moment of your life. Every hardship, every trial, every test is an opportunity for you to grow, to become more like Him, and to step into the greatness that He has in store for you. Your faith is being tested now, not because God wants to see you fail, but because He is preparing you for the success, the victory, and the breakthrough that is ahead. So hold on and don't let go. Trust in the process. Know that every test is making you stronger, making you more prepared, and making you more equipped to handle the blessings that are coming your way. You are being prepared for something bigger, something greater, something beyond your wildest dreams. And when you look back, you will realize that every step, every struggle, every moment of faith was worth it. As you stand in the midst of your journey, remember that every trial, every test, and every challenge is not a sign of defeat, but a divine preparation for the greatness ahead. Trust that God is molding you, shaping you, and strengthening you for something far beyond what you can see. His ways are not always clear in the moment, but His plan is always perfect, and His love for you is unwavering. Embrace the tests that come your way, knowing that they are stepping stones to the fulfillment of your purpose. Be patient in the process, knowing that every moment is leading you closer to the manifestation of your divine destiny. And when you finally reach the place He has prepared for you, you will look back in awe and gratitude for the challenges that made you who you are. Keep your faith strong, trust in God's timing, and never forget that He is preparing you for something bigger, something greater. You are being shaped for the extraordinary, and the best is yet to come. Stay faithful, stay strong, and know that God is with you every step of the way.